Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back another video day, and today the Houston Rockets lose to the New York Knicks 118-124, and I'm both proud and disappointed with this loss. For starters, I'm proud that the Houston Rockets were competitive with the New York Knicks team on the road, very shorthanded, no Jabari Smith Jr., no Fred VanVleet, no Şengün, no Jock Landale. Think about this. Having Jock Landale is key when you don't have Şengün, because then you don't have a backup center if there's no Şengün and there's no Landale. And that's why tonight Steven Adams had to come off the bench and the Rockets had to play small ball in the starting lineup. And so even though they were without all those players, two of your three centers, your starting power forward and your starting point guard and your star center, the Rockets still only lose this game by 6. I know Noah Giannonobi, but still, the Rockets team that the Rockets displayed tonight, without all the guys they didn't have, compared to the Knicks that were on the floor tonight, the Knicks are so much better than this Rockets team that were on the floor tonight. Obviously, I think the Rockets are a little bit more leveled up with the Knicks, if you ask me, if they are fully healthy and the Knicks are fully healthy. That's why earlier this year, when both teams match up in Houston, the Rockets did win by 4 points against the New York Knicks. So now in the second meeting, the Rockets very shorthanded, lose by 6 points. So I'm proud of the Rockets that they were close in this game when they weren't supposed to be at all. I kind of expected the Rockets to lose by double digits in this game, but I knew if they came out and played the way they did in this game, they definitely keep it close. And they did such a great job, outscored the Knicks in the first three quarters by 2 in the first, by 3 in the second, by 6 in the third, and we're up 9 going into the fourth quarter. And we're up double digits in this game at many points. And the Rockets do have a really tough time at holding leads, and that's why the Knicks scored 46 points in the fourth quarter and outscored them by 17, and that's just unacceptable. Offensively, the Rockets, I would say, were pretty good tonight without the players they didn't have. To score 27 or plus in each quarter they played. 27, 30, 32, and 29 were the scorings for the quarters tonight for the Rockets. So, but defensively, it's this is not an issue the Rockets mainly have. It's usually great in losses. Sometimes, most of the times, it's great defense and the offense can't get it together. I thought the offense was great tonight with the players they were missing. Defense was terrible in the fourth quarter, giving up 46 points. Jalen Brunson went crazy. Brunson had 42 and 10 and 6. Cat had 22 and 9. Bridges had 22 and 4 and 3. And those three were amazing. And 19 for Josh Hart with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. For the Rockets, Ben Thompson with his second triple-double of the season. And he had 25, 11, and 11. 9 for 17 from the floor. Jalen Green, look, I'm so frustrated with this. 21 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Pretty good night for Jalen if you look outside the three-point shot. This is what I'm frustrated with. Why do you keep shooting? Why does he do this? Why does he do this where he continues to chuck threes when they're not falling down? And if you look at his shots that he's taking outside of threes, it's a great night for Jalen Green. 8 for 14 is a great shooting night. When it comes to just his mid-range shots, his layups, I think he did have a dunk or two in this game. I think I at least remember one for him. But all his other shots that weren't threes, shot 8 for 14. But he continues to shoot threes. I'm not saying he doesn't have to, I'm not saying I want him to not shoot any threes at all. But when they're not falling, stop shooting them, especially when you're having a great night or a really good night offensively outside of shooting the three. When you're 8 for 14 outside of the three ball, you need to keep shooting twos and not continue to force your threes going 1 for 8 from 3. When they're falling for Jalen, I have no problem with him continuing to throw his threes up. But when they're not, most of the time when you see Jalen have a bad three-point shooting night, he's doing other things really well and has a good shooting night outside of his threes. But here's a night, again, where shoots terrible from 3, but the rest of his shooting was terrific. And that's frustrating. Dylan Brooks, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 for 12 from the floor. Jayshawn Tate, I thought, was pretty solid in this game. I feel like one of the reasons why we saw him in the starting lineup tonight was maybe throw him up in the trade talks, get his trade value up. He had 8 points and 6 assists in 22 minutes, shot 4 for 7. I thought a pretty solid night for Jayshawn Tate. Tari Eason got his first start of the season, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 3 blocks for Tari. Steven Adams came off the bench with no Jock Landale, and he had 8 of 13 and 4 for 9 shooting. Aaron Holiday had one of his best games of the season. Hey, here's another guy that you might look at and say, hey, we might have raised his trade value a little bit with his performance. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 6 for 10 from the floor, and 3 for 7 from 3. Reed Shepherd played 6 minutes and scored all, had a rebound and an assist, and 0 for 2 from the floor in 6 minutes. And Cam Whitmore was the best player off the bench, arguably, with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 7 for 14, 2 for 4 from 3. And no Jeff Green, no Nate Williams, as those were DNPs, and then Jock Landale's not with the team. He's sick. Jabari's dealing with his hand injury. Şengün has the left calf contusion, and Fred has the ankle injury. So, tough loss for the Rockets. I'm disappointed because they abandoned. They didn't abandon, but they stopped what was going good for them in this game. Defensively became an issue, and the Rockets should have won this game 100%, but they didn't. But it's not a complete failure because of the players that were out, and that's why I'm proud of this team that they were so close with a good team, so shorthanded. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out.